Yeah, we making the 4K. We making 4K content now. Ha! Atharva himself back at it with another video. And this is a book close to my heart. Literally, this is close to my heart. And today we're gonna be doing another book review. So we're back at it with another book review. Today, we're doing a book by... Alright, we're doing a book by Gary John Bishop. I know him personally. The book is called It's called
Yeah, on my grind all day, gonna make a million sound that someday. You know I'm in the building when I write this way. Put me in the crown when I bite this game. Bitch, I'm an animal, eating these rappers, I swear I'm a cannibal. About to fulfill all my dreams, I'm a fiend. I've been plotting and scheming, this shit is obscene. I rise on fleek, what in the fuck does all that even mean? Seems like we're scared of our others, but still I'm about to win it when they bum my shit right now.
Yourself. We're going to be doing the top 5 quotes from the book today, so let's get on with the quotes. The first quote from the book is, "You have the life you're willing to put up with." Now, what does this mean? Well, I'll tell you what it means because I'm the host of this video. You have the life that you're willing to put up with. This means that all the circumstances in your life, all the things you tend to deal with, all the things in your life that you are unaware of or really dealing with because you kind of told yourself you have to deal with it, they're a result of your own action. You're willing to put up with the people who are giving you shit, and that's why you're dealing with it. That's why those people in your life exist. Think about it. If you don't like someone and if you don't want to deal with them, you always have the chance to get out. If you don't like a certain circumstance, like, I don't know, let's say you don't like the pillow on your bed, you don't have to deal with it. And it's just, you have that pillow because you're willing to put up with it. And that's why you have that pillow. So if you put this in deeper context, of course, this is not about a pillow. If you think about this deeply, what area of your life are you actually killing off yourself from going upwards? Think about it. If you have a bad body, or if you're not okay with your body, if you don't like your current body, just think of the things you could be doing right now. You could hire a personal trainer. You could learn from online because there's a lot of people teaching. Don't believe me. Don't believe everyone else on YouTube. But there's someone who knows. And it can't be that you are that special crystal and snowflake in 7 billion people who just can't do it. Obviously, you can do it. Think about it. There's not much required to change. It's just that you're willing to put up with what you currently have, and that's why you have it. So think that through, and I like that quote for that reason because it really calls you to change. So the second quote of this book is, "Found that positive self-talk can dramatically improve mood, boost confidence, increase productivity, and more. Much more. In fact, as evidenced by Professor Hart and his studies, it can be one of the key components to a happy, successful life. The bad news is, the reverse is also true. Negative self-talk can not only put us in a bad mood, it can leave us feeling helpless. It can make small problems seem bigger, and even create problems where none existed before. Here's the breaking news. Your self-talk is fucking you over in ways you can't even begin to imagine with." Alright, have you seen an old person on a bright sunny day? They go outside, it's like, "It's so sunny today. Why is it so sunny? Oh my god." It's like, what is the problem? It's sunny. And if, let's say it's raining. "Oh god, it's raining today." It's like, what is the problem again? Like, it's just raining. It's just a weather form. So you are creating your own problems. And you're gonna go around the whole day thinking like, today's bad weather. No, it's just a weather, It is what it is. Positive self-talk. Now, we can talk about this all day long. I have mixed opinions with it. Because if you're talking too much to yourself about positivity, what usually ends up happening is you're going to become insecure about not constantly thinking about happiness. And that's not the way to go about this. You don't have to keep pushing and pushing and pushing on it. But it does have a sense. If something bad has happened in your day today, let's say, I don't know, you get into an accident. I don't know why I go so dark with this. Something in your life is just not good. You're not earning enough money and you were really having a horrible day and you just felt really low about yourself. How can positive self-talk help here? If you tell yourself that, you can probably figure it out. You can sit down on a computer, and there are so many ways to earn. There are so many ways. You can find out where to get a job. You can find out what you need to do. You can find out if you need to get a degree for a job. You can do all these things if you do positive self-talk and tell yourself that, yeah, if you try, you can earn more money. It's just the way it works. But if you do negative self-talk and you end up telling yourself that, oh shit, I don't have money, I can't do this, I can do this. Well, yeah, you can't, but like, where's it going, right? You're not gonna do anything productive. So what he's basically trying to say is that positive self-talk is directly correlated to productivity. So moving on to the third one. Here's the deal. True relentless comes when the only thing you have left is relentlessness. When it seems all is lost and all hope and evidence for success have long since vanished. Relentlessness is the fuel that drives you through. I came from India here, and I didn't know much about speaking, or I didn't know much about talking to people. I didn't know much about eating correctly. I just had a very bad social life. I just had I didn't go to the gym. I wasn't doing anything social. I wasn't doing anything for myself. I wasn't enjoying my leisure time and growing as a person. I was just in my room doing some random stuff. Kind of at that point, I literally had nothing, I can relate to this. I didn't have friends. I didn't have anything. And that was the only thing I had. Like, I can either try right now and I can go all out with this and see where it leads, because I can't go lower than where I already am. And if you are at that point in your life, just remember, you have a power within you. And that power is your courage and your relentlessness to getting towards success. So make sure that you note that you have that power within you right now. As of this video, you have that push within yourself, because you literally have nothing else to lose. If you're at a point in your life right now where you're not comfortable with something, or like, I'm not comfortable with this chair position right now. If you're at a point in your time, in your life right now where you're not fond of your body, if you're not fond of your social life, if you're not fond of your job, your money, anything, your house, car, anything it is, if you're really low in it, or even if you think you're really low, you have nothing to lose to try. You have nothing to lose if you try for success, but you have also nothing more to lose if you don't. That's what point you're at right now. So it's best to try than not try, is what he's trying to say. Fourth quote from the book. In simple terms, the language you use to describe your circumstances determines how you see, experience, and participate in them, and dramatically affects how you deal with your life and confront problems both big and small. The way you perceive things matters. If something bad happens today, let's say you get fired from your job, there's two ways to look at it. You can either cuss out your boss and leave, or, people would do that. At least I would do that as a funny thing. Or think of it as an opportunity. Think about it. You just lost your job. There's two ways to look at it. Did you lose your job, or did you just gain a new opportunity? How do you describe it to others? Are you telling yourself, I lost that job because of him? Or are you asking yourself, now I have room for improvement and I know where I need to improve? It could be opportunity. You never know. A week later, you might find a better job. Self-image and your self-perception of the story is the most important thing about the story. There's so many different perceptions of one thing happening. Your perception and the way you think of this whole narrative matters so much. So make sure that when you do tell yourself a story about what happened in your own life, that you justify it with reasonable circumstances and stay generally positive about it, because more likely than not, that's going to end up helping you. Alright, and the last quote of the book is, you must first accept that while there are things that have happened in your life that you had no say in, you are 100% responsible for what you do with your life. And in the aftermath of those events, always, every time, no excuses. I mean, this is so true. If something happens in your life, it wasn't your fault unless it was. And if you jumped off a building because you wanted to do a challenge, it's your fault. You didn't critically think enough for doing that. But if you get hit by a truck and you're just standing there and like, it's not your fault. How you deal with it though, how you deal with the cards that you've been played with, that's what determines the type of person you want. It's not being born into a rich family that determines how easy your life is. It's who you are as a person and how much you've grown, because we all start from 11. It may be here, it may be here, or it may be here in the middle. You can have very good genes, you got good genetics, you got good parents, you got good money, everything is great. All right, you've started here, but what's your potential then? Think about the maximum potential. Can you really grow that much? Can you really grow all that much compared to a person who started in a very low income family, who had really bad conditions? However many bad things have happened to this person. Now if he grows up to here, think about how highly he thinks of himself. Think about how much growth that has been achieved in his life. I mean, that's success. That's his potential. He has lived. But in this case, if you've just been dealt with good cards and all you do is move up here in between, like, what are you actually gaining? So it's how much you've gained from your starting point that is going to truly determine your success. And what he's saying right now is that whatever card you're dealt with at any point in your life, and things may be amazing and you might be dropped down, it's not about the drop, but it's about the gains that you've made. I feel like I could quote myself on that, so I'll say it again. It's not about the drops in your life that matter, but it's the gains that you have fought for after the drops. It's the gains that you fight for that really matter to you. It's not about the drops that should make you sad. In fact, they should make you happy, so that you can at one time get back to where you were, and then more, and then more, and then more, until you get dropped again. And that's how you just live. You just keep going at it until it ends. And that is the book by Gary John Bishop, by The Crucible. Not really by The Crucible, but it is called Unfuck Yourself. And it's a great book. I have read it, and I highly recommend this book. And I printed out the quotes because these quotes are ones that I most resonated with, and I thought that these quotes would help you the most. So I recommend this book. I hope you liked the video. Like the video if you liked the video. Subscribe to the channel, because you are about to learn a shit ton. This has been How to Unfuck Yourself. I feel like I can make an actual video on how to unfuck myself. Alright guys, thank you for watching. This is Atharva himself. Subscribe to the channel if you like the content, and I'll catch you in another video.